và rồi dự đoán để làm gì, làm nhiều người cùng luyện tu, có bao nhiêu bài máu em mong được lấp đầy đi thi. Mà anh biết không, chắc biết không, bao người chìm trong phát và trong vất vả lại giờ tốt vang lên câu ca học vội được không.
Hello and welcome to another video by Johnny. Chào mừng các bạn lại một video khác của Johnny nha. In this video, I will be speaking mainly, of course, English, and I will show you how to handle a certain speaking topic called robots. Ở cái video này mình sẽ nói bằng tiếng Anh là chủ yếu, và mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn, nói chung là cho một cái sample answer để mà các bạn có được ý tưởng với là những từ vựng để mà đi đương đầu với lại cái topic mà robots, những con robot á. Thì là cái video 4 á, nó đã nằm trong cái channel cũ của mình, mà channel cũ mình bị YouTube xóa rồi, cho nên bây giờ mình mới làm lại. So I made this video because the old one, basically it was lost and YouTube just suspended my channel, so here I have to redo everything again. Okay, so let's go on to part 1, interview topic about robots. Number 1. So what can you say about robots? Well, I have no real interest in robots, but as far as I have heard on the news, the scientists have came up with a new generation of intelligent robots that can interact with humans and learning continuously through time. Number 2. Can they help us in doing houseworks? I think that's a possibility. I've never liked doing chores such as vacuum cleaning my place or mopping the floor because it takes time and effort. So that is the reason why my family hired a cleaning lady. So with the robots being made more and more clever by each passing year, I do believe that they can help us in doing all the housework. Number 3. Do you think that robots will take our jobs in the near future? Well, I think they have already done it. In the 1960s, there were no robots taking over human working in factories for manual jobs, but nowadays, one can see that automated systems are prevalent in any part of major companies and factories. Now that human does not have to do repetitive work anymore. Number 4. Do you think robots will one day destroy human? Well, in my opinion, it depends on whoever was using the robots and what their intentions were. So, if the robots fall onto the hand of terrorists, then there's a high chance that we can see in real life the Hollywood scenes of robots shooting rockets and killing thousands of people. Number 5. How do you feel about robots that have high intelligence, similar to human? Well, that is scary indeed. When I heard them talking in an interview on TV, the fact that they can understand and can question us back is really intimidating, and that sparked a big question for my mind. What can happen to us once robots develop a higher intelligence than an average human? I guess they can either put an end to our existence or can improve human to be able to reach a brighter future.
Có những nỗi đau khi học không mang tên này, muốn sao chăm nhưng không học đàng hoàng này. Giờ em biết sao cho vừa, để ai cũng kêu rằng khó. Thật lòng rằng em rất buồn thì một lần thôi.
Okay, now we go on to part 2. It's a long response topic about robots also. Describe a show on TV that includes robots. You should say when and where the show took place, which types of robots were on display, how the people reacted to it, what the robots can do, and explain how you felt about it. Your 1 minute to think start now.
Chắc chỉ đang nhìn thời gian trôi thì nhiều bút gom sum họp. Chắc anh đang vật lộn với viết luôn xa nhiều quá. Và rồi em hỏi để làm gì, rằng thầy có bao nhiêu chấm, có bao nhiêu khoảng cách em mong được lấp đầy, cô ơi. Mà chỉ biết khờ chắc không biết đâu, muốn thì được sao chấm thôi, mà chỉ ông ba tháng thôi lại hỏi tôi nơi đây đảm bảo được đâu ra không.
Ding ding. Recently, I have seen a TV show in which a new generation of robots was introduced, and this time it was a female robot, which was programmed to be an interactive and communicating one. Apparently, the show, which took place in the Middle East, was meant to be aired on the mainstream media in the last 2 months, and the audiences were very wealthy people that were there to auction the robot itself. Talking about what the robots could do, well, her name was Sophia, and she could show many different emotions on her face, as well as learning new concepts and scenarios from human. Hence, her memory and responses could be varied depending on her experiences interacting with real people. Moreover, Sophia possessed a very fast processor in her brain case with almost about 300 years worth of human knowledge about it, downloaded into it, thus enabling her with the ability to teach people languages and most of the known disciplines such as medicine, education, legals, and so on. So, after seeing the show, I was quite shocked with how fast technology had developed, and I had mixed emotion and thoughts about what could possibly happen to human once robot takes over our jobs in the next few decades.
Có những nỗi đau khi học sinh mang thói này, muốn mách móc khi đi thi IELTS này. Giờ tôi biết sao cho vui, đề thi cũng hơi gà. Thật lòng dám khao rất biết ai thi lần nữa.
Part 3. Discussion topics about robots. Number 1. What do you think would happen to education in the near future? Will robots be able to replace teachers? So as far as I'm concerned, scientists have been trying to put an educational robots into the classroom, but to their surprise, the students did not respond well to it at all. In fact, they treated the robot just like an object without any form of respect. Also, the students' ability to concentrate vanished quickly, as the robots lacked the ability to communicate effectively or emotionally with the students, despite having the advantage of possessing tremendous amount of knowledge. However, I have seen an elementary school in Europe trying to give children a trial class in which a robot was giving instructions on what the students should do. So collecting cards and playing puzzle games, that simple task, worked wonder with the young minds and helping the teachers greatly, providing them with more time for lesson planning and preparation for more thought-provoking tasks. So things worked out fine. Until the children asked complicated questions, a situation in which most young learners do. When then the robots failed to answer correctly, leading to the students getting confused and angry. So the bottom line is, I do not think that robots will be able to replace teachers in the foreseeable future. Number 2. Nowadays, many factories are having robots to manufacture products in a more automated way. What do you think are the pros and the cons in this? of this? Well, with the advancement of automated systems, such as manufacturing robots to produce goods for human consumption in the food, smartphone and textile industries, many products are becoming more and more affordable to the mass consumers. Besides, I think the need for repetitive tasks is now a thing of the past, with many employees controlling the actions of the robots, freeing them from the hassles and, of course, the danger of repetitive tasks, leading to a reduction in cost, as less manual workers has to be hired to achieve the same production outcome. With that being said, unemployment rate soars in developed countries, which in turn lead to the migration to poorer developing nations such as Thailand and Vietnam. If that seems to be a minus, the situation could get worse for many manual labor laborer who find it hard to adapt to the ever-changing requirements of employers and the tough job market. As the competition rate is insanely high these days, whoever provides the maximum profit and more benefits to the company will stay. And unfortunately, the manual workers seem to be at the wrong end of the equation. In addition, the increase in the production of consumer goods spell disaster for the environment, as million tons of groundwater has to be extracted for the manufacturing process on a yearly basis, if not mentioning the amount of discarded rubbish that will pollute the ocean. So, generally speaking, humans seem to embrace comfortability and low-cost produce at the expense of their own environment and careers.
Có những nỗi đau khi học sinh bằng thói này, manh mông khi đi thi IELTS này. Giờ tôi biết sao cho vừa để đi cùng theo hơi cay. Thật lòng giam khao rất biết ai thi lần nữa.
Number 3. Eventually, robots will replace manual labor jobs. So what could possibly happen to the workforce? How can they adapt to this change? Well, the fact that modernizations and automations are becoming more and more popular in our current world is indeed worrisome, especially if the workforce is the subject of concern. According to recent statistics, major companies laid off millions of workers annually due to their lack of genuine ability to adapt to the ever-changing environment, in which new technologies are introduced on a yearly basis and requiring the workers to adapt well to it, or face the unavoidable unemployment. The workforce has to get on with this change though, they have to, by trying to improve themselves academically and technology. With that being said, jobs such as cleaning, manufacturing, and healthcare might already be in danger, but education and creative fields might survive well, I think. Experts suggest people might focus more on developing their artistic and creative skills, such as drawing, playing music, or designing, the so-called gray area for robots. In addition, I fancy the thought of one day meeting just highly educated people on the street, having creative and high-quality conversations at cafes served by robots, watching the street swept by automated androids, humanoid robots, and while artists can be found everywhere. So in general, I don't think the workforce should worry too much, but they must adapt to the change by being more creative and more, academically advanced. Okay. Number 4. Some people think that robot will take over the government and the military, then imprisoning human. What do you think about this? Well, that would be lovely. We have been living in a world where corrupt politicians and nasty individuals are at high positions, such as head of states, or even the senates, presidents, head of police force, or generals in the army. So I don't think people will ever miss them in case that robots took over the government and the military. In fact, I think with the perfectly programmed humanoid police, nobody could bribe the robots or committing crimes and again getting away with it, leading to a much more honest living environment with straightforward policies carried out by the human-like machines with high IQ and zero corruption. So, but on the other hand, imprisoning humans seems to be a horrible idea. But I don't think the machines would do that, or being able to learn greed from human, since there's no need to accumulate assets or money. A thing which creates greediness in human from the first place, However, there's a possibility that once machines achieve a high IQ, they could prey on less intelligent human, as observable on the animal kingdom, Darwinism, survival for the fittest. So the bottom line is, we humans need to evolve or to merge with an artificial intelligence in order to adapt to the changing environment. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope it was helpful for you. Đó là phần cuối của video, mình hy vọng nó đã hữu ích với các bạn. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, share, chia sẻ video này, subscribe channel này, follow Facebook mình, nhưng mà các bạn nhớ đừng có add friend Facebook mình nha, Facebook mình đầy rồi. Thank you. Please like, share this video, follow my Facebook and subscribe to this channel, but please do not add me on Facebook. Okay, thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.